teacher as Innovator. A video interview on educational entrepreneurship. Student's name:
Dexter Dale Bermoy, Angel Rose Cañazares, Geraldine Canoy, Richelle Dela Calzada, Raven Crystal Motes.
Courses instructor: Mr. Michael Cañada.
Meet our interviewee.
Good day, I am Dr. Analisa Mapula. I am 55 years old now. I've been in BSED for 30 years and 1 year in a private school. For 6 years, I started as the teacher 1. I got promoted as master teacher 1 for 3 years. And luckily I passed the principal qualifying exam, and I had my appointment as school principal 1 and 2 for 10 years. Then I also got promoted as public schools district supervisor, all in Cebu province. And now presently I am an education program supervisor in the BSED City of Naga, assigned in kindergarten, assigned as coordinator for early language literacy and numeracy, assigned for student teacher, and for the division testing coordinator.
Good afternoon, Doc Mapula. So, talking about your background and teaching journey, how long have you been teaching and what inspired you to become a teacher?
I've been teaching for 9 years in BSED and 1 year in private school. What inspired me? Actually, I am a daughter of a teacher, a father teacher and a mother teacher. But in the first place, I asked them that I will enroll in dentistry. But because I am the eldest of the 4, my parents told me that they only can afford if I would enroll in teaching. So since it's my goal to obey to them, I graduated Bachelor in Elementary Education. Since that's the course that I graduated, I landed a job as a teacher, and it started there knowing the kind of students that I have. That's my inspiration, that I become a good teacher to them.
The next question, Doc, what challenges have you encountered in your teaching journey?
Actually, I do not consider them as challenges. I consider them as opportunity. But one thing that I couldn't forget being a new teacher, first assignment I was assigned to the far-flung barangay of our town. And that school has been closed for 19 years, and that's the first year that I reopened it. And that is for me a challenge, knowing that the community is not into having a school in their place. The students is not ready to have a teacher, a presence of a teacher in their place. But still I learn how to navigate to them. That challenge turned into an opportunity for me to get in and be part of their community.
Now, talking about innovation and creativity, can you describe an innovative strategy or project you introduced in your class?
Actually, based on my experience as a classroom teacher, I was not assigned to any other grade except a combination class of grades 1 and 2. What could be a strategy and innovation that I did in my life as a combination teacher, knowing that ever since I don't have a non-reader, it is because mentorship of my grade 2 to my grade 1. And my grade 2, who are found to be a slow one, once they would listen to me discussing the grade 1 way of reading words, they get refreshed, and they feel that they are more of advanced now compared to their grade 1. So those slow learners are the ones who are very eager to help the grade 1. So that's the strategy for me when I was a teacher. But now, when I become a supervisor in kindergarten and at the same time a coordinator for early language literacy and numeracy, during the pandemic time, we were able to craft a program with my team. We call it PRAISE, Program for Remediation, A, Augmentation, I for Intervention, S for Supplementary Exercises. We have their worksheets, we have guide for parents, we also have TB-based instruction wherein the parents can help their learners, their daughters, their sons to read using those video. That's 7-episode video lesson accompanied with a guide, a facilitator's guide or a parent guide and a worksheet. Where in fact, I was awarded that as an innovation in the division and even in the region. I got the award because that was used as an intervention material for the slow, augmentation material for the fast reader, especially during pandemic. And now, at present, it is still used for the struggling readers, especially K-Stage 1 struggling readers, because that is very useful.
May we know what inspired that innovation?
The creation of that innovation was really the pandemic time. I've seen struggling readers, and in as much as we want to help our learners, but we can do to reach to them because they should not be meeting each other. So I get motivated to create that with the help of my team so that we can send that soft copy, printed copies to their parents as a help, and even teachers during the time who go to Poroks, they are using that material. So that urge to help struggling learners, especially K-Stage 1 learners, motivate me to create, to conceptualize that PRAISE program in our division.
Next question, Doc. What risk or challenges did you face when implementing it?
Yeah, it's really a risk. We risk our time. We risk our socio-emotional intelligence because I am with people, I am organizing people to help me conceptualize it, to help me realize it. And what's the other question aside from the risk?
What challenges did you face?
Meeting with diverse people, coordinating with them, people who are good at ICT, people who are good at writing modules, people who are good at, who are best as an actress on television because there is a TV base. Diverse personality is already a challenge, but because of my feeling, because of my desire to help them, to help the learners, we were able to meet each other, we were able to collaborate each other, and we were able to finish the 7-episode, the guide, the worksheet, and the TV-based instruction in one, collaborating each other. So I think it takes a patience, it takes perseverance, it takes intelligence, it takes wit, and it takes personal touch, risking effort, money, and time, and even money, just to for them to be motivated to help me in accomplishing that innovation.
So how did your students or school benefit from it?
So that material is very beneficial during pandemic time, and until now they are continuing using it, especially on summertime, because we found during every fourth quarter we will conduct an oral reading verification. So whoever from kindergarten to grade 3, whoever found to be struggling readers, to be beginning readers, shall be conducted with oral program or the remediation program during summer. That material is highly recommended to the tutors. So I think that is a great help based on the pre-test and analysis of the pre-test and the post-test. There's really an improvement. And this time I conducted research on that for possible improvement of the material. So I think I can have a better version or a version 2 of that material.
In connection to entrepreneurship, in what ways do you think being a teacher is similar to being an entrepreneur?
I think both the teacher and an entrepreneur have products. Ours are young children, and entrepreneurs could be an output, a tangible output. We considered it similar because in molding learner's mind, we have to innovate, we have to take risk, we have to suffer something, we have to suffer a thing just to give extra to what's the need of a certain child. Just like an entrepreneur, you cannot be a successful entrepreneur if you do not innovate, if you do not if you do not cope up with what's needed in the society, because we get lost if we do not cope up with what's the demand of the time. So as a teacher, our demand is to help our learners, for the younger children, for them to be ready for higher level, and for those graduating, to help them to be ready for college and also for other skills. So like in an entrepreneur, we have to produce products which are ready, which can connect to the real world.
Our next question, Doc, is how do you create value for your students, school, or community through your teaching?
Talking about valuing learners, valuing a community, it's very evident. The things that we did, the innovations that we did, is really for the children, helping parents have their children ready for the next grade level. That's how I value them. That's why we sacrifice time, we sacrifice energy, we sacrifice even money just to have such innovation that could help them, that could help their children. And of course, those children are the hope of their community.
Okay, Doc. So what advice can you give to future teachers about being innovative and resourceful?
Okay, so I always make it clear to my students that you have to possess the value of working hard without reservation. Meaning, do not work because you want something in return. Anyway, according to a scripture, do your best, God will do the rest. And when it comes to innovation, I think it's no longer hard for the new teachers soon to get the innovations that what do we expect them to have, because the presence of the technology, we only, being a teacher to my college students, I only guide them that technology is only a help and aid to the teachers. So therefore, their life would be easier to create an innovation because there are already technology that could help them. So why not use the technology? Because our times is already a time of technology wherein we are to produce 21st century learners. So why should we teachers be 21st century teachers with the use of those technology at hand? So let's not make them useless without use tools, but instead our teachers must be productive with the use of those technology.
Okay, so our last question, Doc, talks about faith and values. So how do your moral or faith-based values influence your innovation as a teacher?
Actually, that's the hardest question. I have to think it first. I do believe when I started teaching, personally, I believe that the saying that it is not the worst thing in the world to fail. The worst thing is not to try. So that is why I encourage my students to really try. So that it is in trying that we will learn, di ba? It's in the experience that we learn. And then, until such time that I get matured personally and professionally, I learn also and I teach them this value to my student na there is always a right time, proper place. So if you want something and it is not yet given to you, do not think that it's a failure. It is God's redirection. So that's the value, the faith that I have. And I shared it to my students. It's up for them whether they will believe it or not. As the legacy that I've shared to them is what matters most to me.
I totally agree with Dr. Mapula when she said that both the teacher and the entrepreneur have a product. The difference is that teachers have their students as their product, while entrepreneurs have tangible products or services. Both also need to continue innovating to meet the needs of the society. Teachers must keep improving their teaching strategies and skills to meet the needs of the new generation, while entrepreneurs must constantly innovate as community needs continue to change over time. Although it might be tiring, these two professionals, the teacher and the entrepreneur, do not have the luxury to stop, because stopping means failing to meet what is expected of them.
I realized that being passionate about teaching is one of the best characteristics a teacher can possess. When teachers love what they do, they can achieve so much more. Because of Dr. Mapula's passion, new ideas and innovations come to life.
During the interview with Dr. Mapula, I had learned that being an innovative teacher, you have to be passionate for learning, since you will be exploring new ideas. You have to be adaptable, since you will be embracing changes and other methods accordingly.
I gained valuable insights into the life and mindset of an innovative educator. To future teachers is to stay resourceful, open-minded, and guided by faith and moral values, as these principles sustain passion and purpose in the pursuit of educational innovation.
In our interview with Dr. Annalisa Mapula, I did not just learn about her achievements. I witnessed the heart of a true educator. She did not originally choose teaching. It was a path she followed out of love and obedience to her parents, but over the years, it became her calling. One story that stayed with me was when she was assigned to reopen a school in a remote barangay that had been closed for 19 years. Instead of turning away from the difficulty, she embraced the community, proving that teaching is not just about lessons, it's about presence, patience, and compassion. During the pandemic, she created the Praise Program. It's a reading intervention that helped children continue learning, even when classrooms were closed. She poured time, effort, and heart into it, not for recognition, but because she believed every child deserves a chance. Dr. Mapula reminded me that teaching is an act of faith. You give not knowing what you'll receive in return. You try even when it's hard, because the real reward is seeing children grow. From her, I learned that the real heart of teaching is service and love that never gives up.